Canine Sports Medicine module is very broad. We have a lot of varying topics that that stretch all the way from prevention to diagnostics and then to therapy. And so we talk about, in the area of prevention, we talk about understanding the structure of these dogs, how one breed differs from another, what their structural advantages and disadvantages are, how to keep these dogs conditioned so we can prevent injury or reduce the severity of injury if they occur. And then also we talk about how you can understand the locomotion and the gaits that dogs use, how you can do an appropriate lameness evaluation on dogs, some of the diagnostic tools for your examination, for example, different special tests that you have to do to diagnose the many soft tissue injuries that these dogs experience. We cover a lot of the injuries that occur in sporting dogs, and there's just a little bit of a different subset of injuries in sporting dogs than there might be in the average pet dog. And then we talk about the wide variety of rehabilitation therapeutics, all the way from the importance of manual therapy to some of the modalities that can be used, such as laser and ultrasound, and then therapeutic exercise and getting these dogs back healthy and fit and able to do their sports again. Canine sports medicine is an evolving field that really raises the bar on veterinary medicine in general. We're not just talking about dogs that are training officially or competing in official competitions, but rather we're really talking about the ways in which active dogs move their bodies and the kinds of activities that they undertake. So really we're talking about many, many more dogs than just formal athletes. People that hike with their dogs, people that swim with their dogs. And of course, with respect to the performance dogs, there are dogs that do agility, obedience, rally, conformation, lure coursing, hunting. Not only that, we don't want to forget the working dogs as well. There's hundreds of thousands of working dogs that are out there working for police departments, fire departments, working as assistance dogs, and these are the kinds of dogs that we're going to be talking about in this course. One of the things that's really outstanding about the Canine Rehabilitation Institute courses is the tremendous hands-on activities that they have. In the Canine Sports Medicine module, for example, fully half of the module is spent in laboratories with hands-on activities. We have a laboratory in which we teach therapeutic exercises and conditioning exercises for dogs. Things like strength training activities that can target very specific muscles or muscle groups, and how to train your clients to be able to perform these activities with their dogs, to be able to assist with their rehabilitation at home. So that's one of the labs we hold. We hold another lab in which we observe dogs in various gaits so we can understand the normal and the abnormal gaits that dogs experience, so that we can improve our diagnostics for orthopedic diseases, for example. We do a very nice laboratory that has a complete lameness evaluation on dogs, where we can go over their entire body and we can look at very specific parts of their bodies for signs that the dog has soft tissue injuries, for example, things that might have been quite subtle in the past and we're now more able to diagnose. We look at a lot of the various diagnostic modalities that can be used as well. And that's really important. The other thing is that we have a very high faculty to student ratio. So there's a lot of teaching assistance for people to give them the kinds of experience that they need to be able to go out into their practices and be able to practice right away. One of the things that I learned very soon after I graduated from veterinary school was that there are a lot of people who enjoy activities with their dogs, whether those are formal events or informal exercise activities, and they didn't have answers. They had all kinds of questions. They had conditions that their dogs were experiencing. They had lamenesses that they didn't have answers for, and frequently they would ask me questions. What can I do for this? And I realized that my veterinary education had left a gap and that there was a real gap in knowledge. This course gives you the ability to truly communicate with your clients that are involved in these sporting activities. You have a high-end client. This client has been to the world competition, and they come and they speak to you in a language that you otherwise wouldn't know. But what we help you understand is is the language of the sport and the techniques that are used in the sport and how you can be a better communicator with your client. And it's great because it really links you up with these wonderful clients who are highly compliant, who are very, very interested in their dogs. It opens up a whole new market for veterinarians in this way. And we think that this is really, really important. This is one of the reasons why the Canine Sports Medicine module is a required component of our certification program.